What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BoomJamGaming with Baldur's Gate 3. I, had a long weekend. Tell you that much. And I'd like to warn everyone that, the title is accurate. Because I looked into it. I don't... My brother, he told me that, Volo would turn into a merchant, and I found no proof of that. I do believe he has some kind of mod that turns Volo into a merchant, which means Volo's just hanging around my camp. Now, that's kind of fun and all. But I've been thinking about taking the deal. The deal to have him perform surgery, as it were. So we're gonna do that. Now, I don't know if I'll be the most talkative today, if for no other reason than today my mouth hurts. So, you know, we'll see. But hey, right? We'll see. So we were in the bog last time, and there's a lady who's clearly some kind of wicked fae creature, like, very obvious. This lady is not normal, right? She's not good, Auntie Ethel. Although I've seen something hilarious, which is that, yep, level 5 fae. Thought so. The examine function in this game is a little revealing sometimes. But if
What's next?
am correct, okay, we are out of
enough
spells.
waiting. I crave blood.
She might have both rages, but
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
what we're gonna do is
At the ready.
we're gonna camp out. You have enough camping supplies to... I know that. Tons of camping supplies. With any luck, Gale's not hungry. Probably is, though. That's right. Hot. Okay,
I
well...
have something to ask.
What now?
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells! Older Ravengard's been taken.
In and stole away with the Duke. You must know the man judging by the concern.
I know him better than most. He's my father.
What?
I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
Choice is clear. We should rescue. Aren't you worried? I can't trust who keeps so many secrets. First Mizora, now this. So I'm not interested in your lineage. Curious, I heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate.
And now you're a devil.
I can't tell you more. The pact forbids it. My lips are quite literally sealed.
And yet you're still flapping them.
He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors.
That's good of you. I'm sure you're a good son. Look how well with your
I've been
father.
asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Menzo Baranzan would have little use for my father.
I wouldn't know about
No,
politics.
this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction.
'Kay.
His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You have a high opinion of someone. Keep secrets like this.
I know. And you're right.
Yeah, I
My
know,
story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers. A man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard. A memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
While I was off engaging in premarital sex, Will was studying the blade. I can't help it. One warlock to another, my guy. Let's examine. You're a human, still. I mean, he's still level 1 also, but that's only because we haven't taken him out. Because I'm a warlock, I don't need him. I care about his story, I just don't care about him. I know. It's terrible. Okay. I'm also gonna let him drink my blood tonight. We haven't dealt with Astarion in a while, but I think it'd be good.
If the Gith are looking for that artifact, then we may have something valuable on our hands. And it's a powerful weapon to boot. Things are starting to look very interesting.
Kind of. You can feed on me tonight if you'd like.
My sweet, there is nothing I'd like more. I'll come to you tonight, when you're snugly wrapped in your bedroll, and we can have a little privacy. And this time, I'll make sure I'm quiet. We don't want to disturb your rest.
God, I wish you would say
Later
that a
on,
different way.
when we are at rest,
Will you stop
I will
flirting with me?
eat you right up. Just enough to give me strength, and just enough to leave you wishing for more.
You are shameless. I have no response to that, because I was given no response for that. Let's talk to Lae'zel real quick, because I like talking to Lae'zel. I like Lae'zel.
Speak quickly.
Okay, I'm not going to end our fling. Alright. Okay, guys, here it comes. Stuff that could be terrible. CC is a procurer of associate stories and curios, but he's not a shop to my knowledge. Even though he clearly could be.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
It's interesting that his lips aren't moving. I updated my drivers so I would stop getting that, like, oh, you need to update your drivers warning. And I'm like, are you actually running not as good? Because that's weird to me. I like my makeup.
My
Very fitting
research
with it.
turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable.
Okay.
It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Gonna be honest, I'm still not 100% on board with this. I look so pretty, and he's gonna fuck me up. I know. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Discomfort.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push.
I'm clenching.
Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
You
I
fucking
think
idiot.
I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an
Why do you have an ice pick?
Volo slowly
God.
brings the ice pick
I hope that my
closer
eye
to
will at
your
least kind of
eye.
match.
Now, don't move.
I won't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your
everyone
brow.
disapproves.
And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that?
No.
Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses,
Terrible.
looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
What kind of mud is this? Alright, let's see this eye. Hope it was worth it.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
Not my bloody
Please,
eye.
try not to
ouch.
overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible.
Partly.
Perhaps there is something more I can do.
I hate you. Could you clean it first?
Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
I'll kill you. Okay, let's go talk with someone real quick. I just need to see if my eye looks the same.
It seems the Githyanki are keen to reclaim the artifact I carry. I can't afford that to happen.
Won't
In
let it
fact,
happen.
none of us can. That thing is shielding us somehow. I don't want to know what happens if we lose it.
I agree. Oh god. Must be more to the artifact. We're sent to take it. You must know. why
I
it's so
only know
important.
what I know. I was ordered to retrieve it, and that's what I intend to do. The rest is immaterial to me.
Okay, so my eye is weird now. I can't remember if withers can change our appearance in some way. So I'm not sure if I'm super down for
Fate
tetrachromia like this.
spins along as it should.
Does it?
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? As thou desire.
Oh, okay. Hmm. The eye, it looks cool, I'll give it that. I just don't know how I feel. Carlac disapproves. Oh, she dances. She's adorable.
That contraption's a hot ticket item. Might not be our last scrap for its sake.
I agree. Okay. That wasn't multi-classing. Alright.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Well, then again, I can see invisibility. And maybe that's not the worst thing.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Take a look at it. It's not in our equipment, so that's something. Has it damaged my perception in any way? That's the real question. Doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't know. I looked so cool before. What's more important, aesthetics or function? Honestly, for this character, aesthetic might be more important. I'm just trying to run her like I would in the tabletop, and I do think that she probably wouldn't actually choose this, so yeah, we're gonna go back. I like my glowy eyes. It's cool. The eye is cool. I just don't know. Whatever, I can do it anytime, right? Like, still, I was right to warn everyone, I think. That made me squirm. And that wasn't even as bad as, like, the eye stuff in Dead Space 2. That was pretty extreme. Making you put a needle into your own eye. That was... I wonder. Gotta look up something real quick.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Okay.
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
I have a different warlock who would definitely take that deal, though. But I always kind of pictured her with weird eyes and maybe heterochromia. So, like, for that one, it makes a lot more sense. For the tiefling, it's just too much. It's too jarring for me to look at. Since there's no way to repaint my eyes. It would be cool to see invisibility. It would. Alas, I'm too vain.
Seems simple enough.
And far too vain.
I've come to sate you and be sated.
Oh,
I lead.
Okay.
You follow.
I'm gonna... I changed my mind. Alright, I'm ready.
So you think. Let's see if you're right.
I'm ready to black out this screen if it gets too hot.
Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out.
Cool. I mean, I'm down for this.
Let me show you. Close your eyes and submit.
Okay. Damn it. I screwed up. Good thing no one's watching. I can fix this.